Good morning everyone, let's have a think about Bitcoin and all the markets as it's Friday, getting ready for the close, looking at the S&P 500 here, or futures market, basically loving life. Who would have thought? Straight down from that Bollinger Band Center or the 21 exponential moving average on the weekly, it's 6.16% at the moment. Awesome move. Also got oil as well. All these things are rallying at the moment. So oil from wick to wick has done 9.5%. And then obviously let's turn our attention over to Bitcoin, which from the bottom of this channel up to where we are right now, 22%. So, like I say, it wasn't all that long ago. It was probably only about a week ago. I was saying, look, I tell you now, it's a very good chance of a 26% move on Bitcoin. Looks like we're heading towards that 26% target, really. So if there is going to be a bit of slowdown, if it's going to get a rejection from anywhere, and again, it's only a small rejection, a rejection that will get picked up in the form of a lower high, it'll be here. This is where it would be. It'll be here. 200 simple moving average here on the daily. It's not the biggest, most strongest, most ridiculous moving average of all. But it is a real moving average, and we seem to have had a bit of a front-running move from it yesterday, and we're trying to deal with it again today. But obviously, the reason all these markets are pumping is because we got a 50 basis point rate cut, didn't we? So the markets generally had priced in 0.25, and they got 50. So that's good. That's good for the long term. So everything's sort of reacting as a result of that. Bitcoin having this really nice move here. And again, all altcoins also feeling that too. So this is kind of like really good scenario. But, it's going to have a little pullback at some point. And like I say, I'm not saying it has to happen from here. But if it were to happen from anywhere, I'd probably be thinking it should have either been right now at this level, or it would have been yesterday, which would have been a closure below the 20 moving average on the weekly, and so far we're above that, so it's really good. So even though that daily 200 simple is it's a possibility, and probably even quite a likely one, the chances of us moving up another 7% to the top of this trend line is still very likely. And again, just to put it to you now, just to ruin the show, just to throw a massive bearish spanner in the works, this is still consolidation all the way up to 68,000. So just remember that. So consolidation trend, this is what it is. Although, I suppose being at the end of the summer now, which is what we expected, if you're going to break out at any point, it's going to be around this time anyway. So over the next couple of weeks, we could easily see that breakout. So it's nice, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Because it was like, last October I was saying, let's buy the altcoins, we're going to get an alt season. Everyone was like, what are you talking about, man? As it rallied into December, I said, it's time to start limited positions. I think we're going to go into a consolidation. We had an extension for a couple of months. That was fine. And I said, look, we're going to consolidate throughout the summer. It's not going to be very good. It's going to be long and drawn out. And here we are. And then I said, it's going to probably end at the end of the summer. It's all of this, I said, back around here. And here we go, consolidating towards the end of the summer, and looks like it might have ended. So, fair enough, not too bad. I'm enjoying that. I enjoy the patience that goes into a weekly time frame. It takes away a lot of the stress and the pressure and the uncertainty of the day-to-day, hourly to hourly, 15-minute to 5-minute charts, which is just madness. So yeah, like I said, if we're going to pull back from anywhere, it's going to be here. And that pullback, if we're going to get it, it's going to take us down to perhaps maybe the 20 moving average at best, back down to 58,000. We'd be looking for a bounce from there. That would probably be the lowest I'd expect this pullback to take here. I don't think it's going to go that low, but it could. So you just got to be aware of that. Golden crosses down here around $59,000 as well. So if you're going to get pulled back and buy the golden cross on the 4-hourly, that's where it would take you. Pull back into the golden cross, and then you'd expect a V-shaped recovery and then some, which again points to higher. Let's have a think about traditional markets, the old boring S&P 500, because again we're gonna always have to think about this. So we've got 1, 2, and this is likely going to close a third drive of bearish divergence, unfortunately, on the weekly over here, which is, it's not a death sentence. It is what it is. Okay, there's nothing else you can say about that. Got a single drive over here on the daily as well, and on the 4-hourly, it's fine on the 4-hourly. So look, moving averages on the 4-hourly have crossed above this horizontal. I suppose it is horizontal. It's ever so slightly descending trend, which previously was a resistance. We've broken out from it now. So you'll be looking for a retest of that if you want to break bullish again. 5,657. and 60 cents, roughly speaking. If you get a pullback into that, you should likely see it hold. If it holds, then you go up to new all-time highs. If it breaks down below here, things start to get a little worrying. Look, there's a lot of stuff going on around the world, so it's worth recognizing that. I'm not saying focus on the idea of a black swan, and a black swan is the only thing that can make it come down. It can't. You know, markets trade up and down. And it's not uncommon to see markets move down in the form of a rate cut. We've seen that in the past. It certainly hasn't done it this time. I think it's because most people are expected that the 2.5 basis point was a given, and then the 50 was an extra treat. But you know, markets are, you know, they're emotional, and the reality of that rate cut is yet to be felt. And this is all we're seeing right now is the it's the emotional reaction to the rate cut, really. So I personally am looking for a bit of a pullback, to be honest with you, just a bit of a pullback. And again, it's for Bitcoin, it's all about this exact area where we are at right now at the moment of making this video. So if you see us sort of closing back above here today, and especially over the next few days above, retest up towards the top, it's going to be pretty bullish. And again, if you're going to get super bullish, it's when you get a close, a daily close, excuse me, above this descending trend line of resistance, which is all part of the consolidation channel. That will be a technical breakout, and then you'd look for the measured moves. Firstly, all-time highs, so just above 74,000, and then towards the top of this box, which is roughly around 76 to 70, you know, towards $77,000 for a Bitcoin. Last thing we'll check, God, I'm losing my voice, is the dominance chart. Now, I did say that the 58.5% dominance area is an area to get excited about, right? I didn't say it was the only place, but I said it's a place worth recognizing that rejections from here are likely and can take you down to as much as around 52% dominance, really, based on its actual chart. We are seeing that now. So is it enough to call it an alt season? I don't know. But it is having a reaction right now, and there's no two ways about that. So I'm enjoying this as well, because I told people on the Patreon, and to which we're doing a video tonight, actually. If you want to join the Patreon, there's links in the description below for that. I do 2 live streams a week, and one of them will be tonight. I was telling everybody, look, if you're uncertain or you're unsure, because this is, you know, before the rate cut the last time we did it on Tuesday, and I said, I think just buying and holding Ethereum during this period is an okay idea. So you should be able to benefit from any kind of alt season idea, and also you're not holding on to something which will go to zero. And, you know, I suppose just looking at the charts right now, you know, the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, it is outperforming Bitcoin, and this is what you want to see. You do want to see this, and we're getting it now. So it wasn't a bad call. You know, it's not as good as putting it all into some sort of high risk meme coin, but you know, over the last couple of days we've outperformed Bitcoin by 5%, so that's fine. You know, this is what it's all about, really. You don't want to stick your neck out so far that it gets chopped off, but just to sticking your neck out a little bit, you know, it's been worth it. So everybody's gone up, everything has gone up, and Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin on the way up. So it feels a little alt season-y, really, a potential alt season-y. Now, if we really want to see continuation for alts, then you need to see this chart break bullish, really. And like, I made a video about this, I think the day before the rate cut, or maybe the day of the rate cut, I'm not sure, but I was trying to explain that, you know, there is evidence for Ethereum to want to go up and continue to go up, and that's going to help the dominance chart go down and put more confidence in the court for alt season bulls, really. We are approaching a 50 exponential on the daily, which is the death cross retest. An extension on that, if you break that, you continue up, you go to 2,885. If you break that, you're at 3,172 or thereabouts. And this is all likely. But right now, Bitcoin at resistance, Ethereum at resistance. You know, let's just assume a resistance is going to give us a small rejection to a higher high and a higher low, and then a higher high later on after that. So I'm enjoying it. It's nice to be right. It's nice to make money, really. That's what it's all about. I'm wrong plenty of times. I'm right enough to make money out of it. And spend the majority of the day sort of drinking tea. Right, I'll leave with you there. I hope you have a nice day. Maybe I'll see you on the live stream tonight. Other than that, take it easy.